What's up, beautiful Libra squad? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That's me. My name's Annie. So happy to have all the Libras out there with me today. We're going to do a fun little love spread for you guys. Why not, right? While we're all at home in quarantine. Yeah, maybe this will give you at least some distraction or some entertainment, but hopefully there's some solid messages in here you can take away. It's going to be regarding love and relationships. So if you're not into that, then click on another video, right? But yeah, here on YouTube, I do general messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with all the Libras out there. It's up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. I ask that you only take away the messages that resonate with you, that serve you in some capacity, motivate you, inspire you, confirm something you wanted to hear, the opposite, illuminate you to something new, as I see the Sun card pop out. Who's dealing with a Leo? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so hopefully more than just entertainment value. Hopefully there's some solid messages in here that you can be inspired by. If you're not looking for love and relationships right now, maybe try another video, try another channel. But yeah, let's see what we can get from my Libra squad. Everything else about this video that you'll want to know will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. Ooh, bottom of your deck is, I almost said delicious, but we can go with delicious. Delightful is what I was aiming for, but Eight of Cups, moving on from something that is no longer like emotionally fulfilling and headed towards what is like the fairy tale ending, right? So that doesn't have to mean like, the one you get married to and this and that. It certainly could. Frequently this card does indicate love throughout the years, but even if it's just like a small accomplishment of some kind, you're heading towards like the completion of a goal, but it's like and the thing is, it's almost like in metaphor, you've reached like the end, but you're not giving up yet because you know that it can be that much better. And maybe that has to do with a relationship. It's interesting. For some of you, you may have chosen to call it quits with someone, but then decided that they are your person and that you're willing to give it like one last try. Very interesting. I don't always get that message because this indicates moving on. I'm almost getting, though, that you did move on, and maybe this is your person, maybe, but I'm sensing it's more you, Libra, that as difficult as things were, as many obstacles and hardship that you guys faced, potentially there was someone who was either unfaithful or struggling to commit. That sort of seems what was like the breaking point of something, but I actually think you guys are going to try and bring it together one last time and bridge the gaps of what went wrong and like finally put it to rest once and for all. And then celebrate. This could potentially be with an Aries, though it doesn't have to be. But yeah, the reason why I'm going back to the past is because Judgment is the bottom of your deck. You have two bottom decks, right? Because these are two different Rider-Waite decks. Bottom of your deck is Judgment, which is all about returning to the past. It's closing out some sort of cycle, looking for completion, looking to put something to rest once and for all. So here's the thing. Even if you're not looking to reconcile with an ex or this or that, there does appear to be some sort of, I even want to say like a touch base with someone to be like, we're good, right? We're good. Okay. And I mean, potentially it could include like an I'm sorry or a this or a that, but in any case, it's putting something to rest that was unsettled emotionally so that you can embrace like something more beautiful, right? Something that's going to benefit you emotionally. Could be a new love relationship. Maybe you're decluttering, your heart space to make room for something better. Or again, the opposite. You're going back to try something one last time to be like, maybe we can get it right. Because I mean, the energy here is really beautiful, right? But it doesn't come without a little bit of struggle. And so that's sort of what I mean. Some of you are still, and I'm not necessarily getting this is a bad thing, but some of you are very firm in not giving up on something from the past. Just make sure it doesn't turn into like a web of like crazy, false, negative thoughts. Because you don't want that to get the better of you. Some of you are kind of fighting to make a better life for your children or for your child. And I mean, that's a beautiful message, particularly if your child is a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, though it doesn't have to be. All right, enough of that. That's all bottom of your deck. Let's hop into your actual reading. We're going to look at your person first. All right, so your person is at a bit of a crossroads. Their overall energy, their vibe during, whenever you're viewing this reading is the Two of Wands. So wands are typically fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. But more than anything, this is like noting their, like a crossroads. Wands are always about action, motivation, forward movement, travel. Here it's like they have the world in their hands. There's potentially something they want to offer, but they're at a crossroads, and it might also be that they're between two people. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're, again, unfaithful, having like two people in their life. I'm almost getting there was one, and then there was another, and now they're kind of single again. You could definitely be dealing with a Capricorn, though it doesn't have to be that. But yeah, I'm getting like there was, and it's sort of the same message to me. It's like there was a split from you. Maybe they tried someone else on, and now they're back to just them. Like, okay, like they're in reassessment mode. Like, with this, right? Should I go back for what I left behind? That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. And feel free to swap the roles. This could be you as well, but. Anyway, in their mental sector, they have the Knight of Pentacles. Love seeing that, right? It is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's all about practicality over speed. It's more about doing it right rather than doing it quick and sloppy and this and that. So it approaches very slowly, but it's like an almost guarantee that whatever this, resolution is, they're going to get it done right. Like they're coming in for real. That's sort of what I get. Mentally, they're thinking about it, right? I mean, that's sort of where we are, but mentally, what they're desiring or plotting out essentially is forward movement, almost like a chess piece. They're being very strategic about where they place it, but they're putting great thought into it. And again, with earth energy, it's solid, it's grounded, it's rooted, it's tangible, it's real, right? It's not this lusty energy of hit it and quit it type stuff, right? It's like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. It could be an earth sign you're dealing with, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In their heart space, they got the devil though. So that can indicate lusty passion, right? It could also indicate that they still have feelings for a Capricorn if there were multiple people involved here. Again, I keep saying Capricorn, so it's possible that you might be dealing with one as well. But if it's showing up in their heart space and they are a Capricorn, there's something about that to me is very egocentric. It's like, and it's not bad to love yourself. I'm not saying that, but the way it's being relayed to me in the message here, having the devil in your heart when you are a Capricorn, isn't that a Beatles song? She's got the devil in her heart. Oh my goodness. Anyway, sorry. Okay, maybe your person's a musician because that came up. Doesn't have to be. But there's something about the Capricorn having Capricorn in the heart space. There is a tinge of selfishness there, okay? And I'm just, no judgment, no whatever, but sorry cross-watching Capricorns. But yeah, it's sort of saying that they're a little bit self-centered right now, which isn't always a bad thing, but it's a little bit arrogant or egocentric is what I'm being called to say. Sorry, is what it is. So then in their action or potential movement forward, they do have an action card. Moving forward after they've reconciled all these thoughts in their head of this strategy, the practicality of how they want to move their chess piece forward, as we said, their action is they end up doing it, and all those thoughts and even lessons about things that you went through, all those hardships, all of kind of like the bullshit they maybe had to learn from something in the past, they're applying that knowledge in future relationships. So, I mean, that's pretty solid. Let's look at where you are. This is more how I view these cards, is what the universe wants you to know or see about this situation. All right, you have fantastic cards. Oh, this is cute. This is real cute, guys. Okay, so your overall energy, Libra, is presenting as King of Pentacles. All right, so again, more earth energy. It's even better than the Knight. Like it's doubling up on the Knight energy, practicality, strategy. Again, it's longevity over speed, if that makes sense. So wanting something to last, wanting something solid. This is sometimes my husband card. It can sometimes be the father card. It's someone who's very good with their money, someone who strategizes, their income and their finances, their career, things of that nature. And then, quite literally, it's someone who just lives a lush, abundant, rich life. Even if you're not, quote, like affluent, it's someone who appreciates all the things, material possessions included, but also people in their life, right? There's a richness to your life right now. I'm really getting that you're appreciating what's around you. And I mean, we're all in quarantine, right? For the most part. So yes, there's a sense of being brought back to home and really not taking for granted what is in your life. There's an appreciation there. It's very, very beautiful energy. It is a card of Taurus. So some of you may have strong Taurus in your chart. Doesn't have to be. So then in your mental sector, you have the Six of Swords. So that is coming up in your person's action. So I'm almost kind of getting a weird message. Some of you psychically or intuitively feel your person coming in and you're thinking about it. Yeah, it's like you're waiting for your person to potentially circle back to you. And I'm not even necessarily going to put the word, it's what you're desiring. It's what you're thinking about, though. It's almost like you see it as a potential outcome because of However you left off with this person, something feels very unfinished between the two of you. So again, not all of you are swooning over a person of the past. I get that. But a lot of you are still thinking about it, and it's impeding your ability to move forward in future relationships. So in both your mental sector, you're both thinking of forward movement, right? Frequently when I see this card, my gut reaction is it's moving on. So it could be that for those who still have unfinished business with someone, you want to move on. You're desiring, as I pull my hair, to move on to someone else. But again, it's like something isn't quite wrapped up yet. And so this could have been an ex that you had children with, or it could have been someone, very distant in the past who went on to have a family with someone else. And even so, it's something about like seeing their images, like the perfect family, like on Facebook or whatever, social media. There's something about that you like can't put your finger on, but you're like, this isn't what it appears to be. And you guys sense that, right? So I don't know. There's something about you're sensing that this person is coming back in. And I mean, quite frankly, that's the action card that's showing up. So Libra, you little intuitive baby, you. All right, so then let's look at your heart space. This is so funny. Both of you have the same message, and I just want to underscore, it's not bad, but it's interesting is that in your heart space, both of you are like, I don't know how to put this in another way, but it's like you both think you're the shit. So I could absolutely see if you struggled in this relationship, it's because you both had egos. Don't shoot the messenger, guys. You know I love you, Libra. You both had ego, and you both had a sense of, with Taurus energy, like a bull. I just heard a bull in heat. Like a bullfight. Both of you were very stubborn and sticking to your ground. And so when it came to like resolution or trying to clear the air, you both were standing your ground and not giving in. So you're determined. You have great tenacity. Those are great strengths. But in a relationship, there wasn't give and take with this person. Potentially a Capricorn, there was like there was a struggle to see eye to eye. So anyway, in your heart space, this is my single ladies card. It certainly can apply to the males too, but it's singlehood essentially, and it's looking at the life you've created for yourself and being very proud of the way that you're like a self-made man or a self-made woman, like you've done it all yourself. You've accomplished a great deal. But with that, when that shows up in the heart space, sometimes it can be contentment with just being single, but sometimes it does indicate look at the beautiful life I've created, but like, where's my person? Like there's like a tinge of loneliness here. You're desiring someone who's very loyal, very committed, very faithful, right? That's your energy, and that's something like the King of Pentacles demands. It's not up for question, right? You want equal give and take. You are the scales, Libra, right? The balance to it. But then in your action or forward movement, this is a fantastic card. It's the wish fulfillment card, but it doesn't denote action on your part. It's, he's literally sitting, right? Like he's not up and moving, but there's a sense of pride, of courage for all the emotional battles you've had to face. And it's like those cups, hanging on your wall. It's almost like trophies of emotional battles that maybe have left a few scars, but you've conquered them. Like you've pushed through, and right? There's a sense of pride, and I will say loving yourself. You've come to really step into your power and recognize that you are a badass person, that you do deserve love. And with this, I'm sort of getting there's a faith in the universe and something greater than yourself, that when the right cup comes along, it'll be just right for you. I actually really like your spread because it doesn't seem like you're trying to force a puzzle piece to fit. You're kind of like that expression, giving it up to God. You're letting sort of the universe decide your fate, but it doesn't mean that you're just sitting at home like in hermit mode, right? Because you're never going to meet anybody that way. So for those looking to date or looking for a partner, this does say like, I'm very satisfied with myself, so now I'm gonna go out and see the world and kind of like show what I got. That kind of energy. It's really good. It's good. I like it, Libra. Let's throw some clarifiers on this, though. Whoa. Okay, these two fell into my lap. The house and the wealthy man. All right. So you could have lived with this person. It's funny. This is kind of translating as this card to me, both the king of the house, the king of the money. So again, male or female, it doesn't totally matter. But the wealthy man, specifically man, a masculine energy, is coming up with a false person, potentially a woman, but it could also be this masked figure in the back. again, I was sort of sensing for a few of you, somebody had trouble being faithful in the past. Even if you guys weren't married, there may have been like some side activity. Sometimes this is like the liar, cheat, or thief card. And so I think both of you, well, I don't know. At least one of you is upset about that and still, to be honest, I think it's the person who wasn't faithful though. I got to be honest, still regretting something about that, but they desire, right? In their dreamscape, they're desiring that Two of Cups, you know, and maybe it's a new Two of Cups. Maybe it's meeting the right one. But for most of you, I think your person does feel a sense of loss or remorse because they let you down, Libra. And yeah, there's not a person that you know, sorry, how do I want to phrase this? Libra is not a person you want to let down. Libras tend to be, you know, truth, justice, you know, salt of the earth people generally. So yeah, your person feels guilty or remorseful. They may have been, it's like, I keep getting husband and father vibes. So this could have been something that was like committed for, you know, committed with a document, committed with a ring, a marriage certificate. But then again, there was like there's no tower moment here. So I'm not even sure you guys literally got divorced. It was more like, let's try some time apart. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting here. What is the Six of Swords and the action coming up for Libra's person? The Nine of Swords. Yeah, they want to get themselves out of a place of anxiety and depression, worrying about things that transpired in the past. They're trying to rid themselves of that and again, make it right. Even if that means, you know, coming in with a beautiful offer to you or just coming in with like an apology or let's put this one to rest. They're wanting to get out of like a really troubled state. So that's positive. Yeah, your person that's what I was sensing with the Devil coming up in your person's heart space. They were a little bit selfish, either with their time, with their energy, with their money, with their reciprocity in a relationship. That's what I mean. It's like you, the scales, Libra, you're in the back burner here. So this could have been an energy in the past, but I mean, it's still sort of presenting as your person does have a tinge of ego or a tinge of selfishness, or if it's not that, they always prioritize their work over you, and that could have been part of the downfall in this relationship. Yeah, so there in your heart space with this coming up, the independent, you know, single person's card, there is a sense of you're not even intuitively, you're not certain that you're ready to put yourself back on the dating market or however you want to say it, because there's been a number of damages done. There's been a number of like hits to your ego or to your confidence. And so I actually like that. I think you're taking it very slowly, but know that I do kind of want to encourage you. It is safe for you to let your guard down. Not everybody is going to treat you the way this person did, particularly if there was cheating. I mean, this is just my ethical code. I really have trouble encouraging you guys to revisit someone who wasn't faithful to you. Not saying that people can't change, right? You know, you're in the driver's seat of your life. You can do whatever you like, but there's something about opening yourselves up to newness. Two is new. I don't know why I'm being called to say that, but maybe your wish fulfillment is just to finally put this to rest, put it to peace once and for all. Particularly, I'm being called to say with your musician. Whatever. I don't know why that's coming through, but all right. So the Nine of Pentacles coming up in your heart space. All right. So you have the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, you have the Page of Swords, and then the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. Okay. So you're doing a lot of thinking, but yeah, you're really focused on you. You might be spying on this person on social media, particularly if they have a family, like a wife and kids or a husband and kids. You're seeing that, and there's something about you're in disbelief about it. Again, intuitively, you feel like something just isn't right there, but you're not, I want to be very clear, you're not taking action to like disassemble it, right? Even if you do want this person back, again, you're giving it up to God. You're like, okay, what's meant to be will be. I'm just going to focus on me. I'm going to be very like cool and calm and collected, very zen, right? Get in touch with my own faith and spirituality. And it's almost like I'm letting universe know what it is I desire. But then after I do that, I'm going to keep kicking ass and focusing on me, because yeah, there's faith that the right one will come into you. I don't see you taking action on this, Libra. And it's saying if you focus too much on the past and this worry that the Mr. Right or Mrs. Right isn't gonna come, you're gonna drive yourself nuts. You're gonna be living in a state of lack for a long time. So raise your vibration. You don't want to end up here, right? Focus on your career right now, as well as hanging out with your family. And while we're all in quarantine, it's like do things that bring you joy, like arts and crafts and activities, and I don't know, whatever it is you do, going on walks and this and that, and do something fun, right? With your family. You guys have the 9 and 10 of swords coming up a lot, so there's a lot of mental energy surrounding this relationship. It's definitely a little bit troubled. It's definitely like, rocky at sea. But that's the whole thing. Your person is trying to get in the clear, right? Where the emotions are rocky and there's all these waves and turbulence. They're trying to get to smooth sailing with you. So your person is still attracted to you. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I take that to mean they still think about you, or they still dream about you. And then children, your love life is being affected by children. Yeah, children has come up a lot in this spread. You guys may have had kids together, right? And then under your spread, it says, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Okay. So some of you might want to reconcile with this person, and ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Whatever you want. And then it is, okay, perfect. I was kind of hoping this card came up because I felt it. It says it is safe for you to love again. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. There's something closed off about her, right? She's holding on to these thoughts. Maybe it's, I've already found my person, I'm just waiting for them to come back. Or it's the idea of everybody I meet always hurts me. I'm not going to open my heart up to them. But either way, there's never going to be progress there, right? Spirit always wants you to be in a place where you are growing and developing mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So even if it means putting someone else on pause or on the back burner until you feel good and confident to go out there and accept love again, there's nothing wrong with focusing on you. But eventually, if you're looking for love, but you're not doing anything active to promote that, right? There needs to be a shift in your perspective, particularly your mental plane, if that makes sense. Let's throw some zodiac signs on it as Capricorn is at the top of the deck. Yeah, I think that was the only major arcana you had and you had Judgment as well. So sometimes Scorpio energy with Judgment for me. The only major arcana you had was the Devil, which is Capricorn, or again, kind of toxic behaviors. You had too many cards. You had like half the deck fall out. Toxic behaviors, but it is internal, right? I mean, the devil exists with all of us, meaning it's our shadow side, right? So you may have been very lenient or leaning towards more dark or negative thoughts regarding relationships. So again, it's time to raise your vibration, it's sort of like what you manifest is what you attract. So keep your vibe high, right? Look at it from a place of knowing that love is coming to you. Like it's already done. That's sort of like, my person's out there. It's just a matter of time. Like they're coming in. That's going to help raise your vibration. These cards are sticking. They really didn't come out all that much. So we have Leo. We have Aries. Oh, you did have the Emperor too. That was one of the bottom of your deck. You have Aries, and then you have Sagittarius. I'm going to throw a couple more on here. Usually I like to take like 4. Okay, that one flew out. Gemini. All right, cool. Well, that's what we got. Please do like, share, subscribe, guys. Let me know in the comments below if any of this resonates, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.